Oh, gentlemen. I'm using a different lens today because I'm too lazy to switch back to my normal one. And I need a little bit wider angle. So, today we're going to be working on the Marlin Model 39A Golden Mountie. I'm going to take it apart. I'm kind of antsy to get this one going. This gun mechanically is beautiful. It works great. But physically it's ugly. It's horrible. It's spray painted. You can see I already started on it. So, anyways, I'm going to bring you guys in. I'm going to try to get you a good enough angle where you can like see over my shoulder. And we're going to start tearing this thing apart. I don't really know how this thing comes apart completely. It is a takedown model, so there is a takedown here. But beyond that, I don't know how to take it apart. So you guys will enjoy doing this with me. We'll have some fun. All right, let's do it. I'm going to take this slow. I don't want to do it all at once. It gets exhausting when you got everything at once. So I'm going to do like one part at a time. But anyways, we're going to grab a paintbrush. Hold on. Don't worry about that. And we're going to put some, what's it, citrus strip. I'm pretty sure this is just black spray paint. But we will find out soon enough. I did strip a little bit off of the barrel and it came off pretty easily. Let's see. We can repeat the process here. Paint some citrus strip on the paint and let it sit for, I don't know, I'll let it sit for a couple hours to let the paint bubble up. I'll run the camera on time lapse. See if we can get it to bubble nice and quick. Most of this here looks to be blued. It looks like it was only the external parts that were spray painted. I'm going to do a little heavy-handed with the citrus strip just because I can. Let it coat it for a while. Gentlemen, check out what we got. Let's go from the best to the worst. Paint's completely stripped off, and you can see it's blued. Everything underneath is blued and in pretty decent shape. So we'll go from the best to the worst. Here is magazine tube, and you can see it's got that beautiful original bluing still on it. There's some spots up here that we could like touch up with cold blue, but there's no reason to re-blue this whole thing when you can just kind of touch it up with cold blue and put it back and it's gonna look perfect again. The sling swivel for the front cap, front of the magazine cap, looks great. There's a little tiny bit of rust. That needs to be cleaned out. That's just the paint stripper. There's a couple spots where it's a little light in rust, like up in here. And it's obviously it's a sling swivel. It's gonna look rough because you put a sling on it, but it looks great. Bolt, the side that's exposed on the bolt looks fantastic. I mean, that's just the original bluing and it looks good. This is all going to always be kind of rough and in the white because it's, you know, it's functioning. It's running in and out of the receiver. Right half of the receiver. And they're both serialized. I don't know what actually is constituting as the receiver. But again, it looks really good. Somebody, you can see somebody, I don't know if there was rust or something, but they rubbed against this with something to try to clean it and scratched it all up. But still not bad. A little rough down here. It's very soft. So these obviously aren't polished, like high polished. And they're kind of patinaed. I'd say patinaed. They're not. See, so they're kind of patinaed and dark, but they're not bad. So that we could touch up on. We'll see as we get closer there. Only place that I found it to be really bad, I mean, even this side of the receiver looks good. Only place that it's really bad, and I think what caused this, right here on the barrel, and they decided to sand it. Sand the roughness out, or rust, or whatever. And instead of, you know, taking it and like cold bluing it or something, they decided to paint the whole thing like some idiot, spray paint the whole thing. So all in all, this is this just shows you that you can get really good deals on really ugly guns. Somebody decided they didn't like that little bit of light there, and instead of just rubbing some cold blue on it, he decided to spray paint the whole thing and ruin it. Only thing that's going to be tough on this one, we're going to have to strip this stock all the way down. Make sure we get all this black spray paint off of here. Hopefully that's on top of the shellac, which would make it easier to remove, which it looks like it actually is. And then everybody said to checker it. So I think we're going to do a nice checkering on both sides up here and across the top and whatnot. And maybe across the bottom, make it look really good. But all in all, this is a win. We got some work ahead of us, a little bit of work. Spots we could touch up with cold blue that aren't gonna mess anything up or easy. We'll probably have to re-blue this. Oh, I didn't show this off either, I don't think. Lever's a little bit rough, and that's to be expected. That's what you're touching all the time. It's a little rough in here. So that we can probably polish out, run some sandpaper across it, polish it out, and then rust blue it, and it'll turn out fine. Anyways, good project. Let's start working on bluing this thing, get some stuff done. I might try some cold blue, see what it looks like. It probably won't blend very well, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll catch you guys. I can't believe this, guys. We're gonna finish this whole video in one take. I thought this was gonna be a rust bluing project because I thought it was gonna be really rough underneath. This is incredible. So, couple tricks. I don't typically like cold blue. I prefer, because I think it's kind of it's a patch. It's good for spot treating. But I have to eat my words here. I'm using some Birchwood Casey Super Blue. You remember where those spots were up here? It blended in perfectly. Like, you can't even really tell hardly that there was a spot there. I'm not gonna rust blue this. There's no reason to. We are, in fact, going to take the stock and checker it, though, because I promise you guys I do that. But that rust blue blended in perfectly. And those little spots, little trick for you guys, those little spots that you can see some rust and whatnot in here, just a little bit. Quadot seal wool. Oh, God, I know you guys are panicking right now. Quadot seal wool and either gun oil or Hoppies. Douse it liberally and smoothly run your Quadot. Quadot steel wool with oil will not remove factory bluing. I promise you guys, it won't remove factory bluing. So if you have something that's like high-end or specially blued, I would consider not doing that. You don't know what'll happen. But for something like this, where it's just little swirls of kind of light rust, and you can see the bluing, it's not gonna hurt the factory blue. So I'm gonna go over this whole gun with that and some oil, and run a couple more swabs of cold blue over that to make it like blend in perfectly. That's where we're gonna leave this thing. I'm completely shocked that it looks as good as it does. We're gonna see what we gotta do here. So I'm gonna run the seal wool around this and then probably cold blue this and see how it looks. But this is ridiculous. I cannot believe this is as good as it is. This is wonderful news. So let me get working back on that. So here we are, gents. 5 hours and a ton of elbow grease later, here's our Marlin. So I put the stock back on it for now. I need to go ahead and order some engraving tools. What are they called? Not engraving tools, checkering tools. I gotta get a set of checkering tools, and I have another stock that I need checkering tools for as well. So I need to get the money together to order that because they're kind of expensive. But this is what we got. We'll work on that later. The bluing is like perfect. Look at this. We touched a little bit up here. You can see where that, well, no, you can't see because the cold blue did a damn good job. Touched this up with cold blue and made sure to degrease it and blend it in as best we can. Unless you watch this video and know what I did to this gun, you would probably have no idea that this was touched up with cold blue. Mechanically, this thing is awesome. Like, I tightened it down with a screwdriver, so I'm never getting it back apart. But mechanically, this thing is in perfect shape. This was a hell of a $100 buy. So, moral of the story for you guys, go out, if you go to an estate sale or go to a pawn shop and you see some horribly ugly piece of shit that is all mechanically there, don't hesitate to pick these things up. These things can be brought back to life. This one I know I got lucky on by just having to cold blue a little bit, but these things can be brought back to life for, 6 hours of work today. Totally ready to shoot. The barrel, the bore, oh my god, the micro rifling is beautiful on this gun. This thing is ready to just go enjoy all afternoon, do some fun plinking. So, do it. Find these things, bring them back to life, put them in your safe and enjoy them for years to come. Don't let them die. But, you know what? That's where we're going to end this video for now. Eventually, when I get the checkering stuff, we're going to get this redone and checkered. I'm going to take these apart and start cleaning the, see if we can get the spray paint off, but we'll do that later. If you guys like this sort of stuff, like, share, subscribe. I can't believe what I thought was going to be like 4 videos and like 2 weeks worth of work turned into 1 video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I guess I will catch you guys on the next one.